Hello, hi. This is game number 2 plus 2, and that's game number 4 between LiquidTLO, the little one, versus DIMAGA. LiquidTLO is playing as the blue Terran at the upper right hand corner, and DIMAGA is playing as the red Zerg in the lower left hand corner. If you haven't seen game 1, 2, 3, you should check them out because there were some I don't want to say cheese, but I want to say good strategies by both players, and I don't really want to spoil it for you guys, so you should check those out. At the moment, LiquidTLO is going to try and wall off his base, and DIMAGA is going to explore the unknown of the universe with his Overlord as it's flying across the skies. And we do see one refinery currently going up. I just had a huge amount of fun playing some 4v4 with a bunch of friends. That was hilarious. A lot of really funny stuff. We didn't win too many games, but it was really fun, and I think that's what this game should all be about. In any event, we do see that LiquidTLO has gotten the refinery, and he's going to throw in two additional SCVs, two additional SCVs on there, and DIMAGA's gonna grab his early expansion perhaps, and one Overlord in the middle, one Overlord over the natural expansion. Very smart play, and the drone does go down for the natural expansion. Barracks going down for LiquidTLO at the moment. I believe the patch is gonna come out September 22nd. I think I read that somewhere. I'm not sure if it's confirmed or a hoax, but I sure hope it's coming because I am looking forward to this patch. It's very not going to be like beta where they're going to patch the game every single week. That was a little bit too much. We do see the one SCV bumping into the one drone there, and a spawning pool, as well as the extractor is going up for DIMAGA at the moment inside his base. We do see the factory the barracks about to be finished, and this SCV is running away from this drone that's chasing it. One drone gonna try and sneak inside, but the factory will complete the wall off, and LiquidTLO will be able to prevent him from getting in. Orbital command being built at the moment inside the base of the little one, and spawning pool about to be finished, and the gas is still going for the first 100 gas for a metabolic boost, and DIMAGA is trying to get in there. Ooh, he might be able to snipe off this one SCV. Very low on HP. Two more hits, that SCV would have gone down, and now LiquidTLO is bringing a fresh SCV to finish building that factory, and now finally he's getting his first Marine at about the same time. The first Queen has popped, or no, it's currently being building for DIMAGA. And as we look at the front of the map, that drone's still trying to be very annoying, and that Marine has not yet spawned, but sensing the presence of the Marine, the drone does run away. At the same time, LiquidTLO, I guess he's guessing the fast expansion for DIMAGA. Has he seen it? Oh, he actually has seen the fast expansion with his SCV, so he's gonna grab the fast expansion of his own. Very good idea for Terrans to match the number of bases for the Zerg, because the Zerg usually wants to have a base league to keep that little advantage over the Terran player. As we see there, Zerg player has pulled off two of the drones off of the mining gas, so he's probably not going to focus on gas, very gas heavy build, and he wants to get additional. Ooh, we see the Hellion coming in, and this one Queen does spawn in time, and he's going to try to kill off this Hellion and trying to get us around with those Zerglings, but he's not able to. Very nice play by TLO, moving the Hellions just outside the range, and he's gonna snipe at this hatchery from the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock position with those Hellions, and these Hellions are gonna try to roasty toasty some. Ooh, they do kill off one drone there, and second drone goes down, and third, ooh, almost. And these Zerglings are trying to get us around, and the Zerglings, look at these cursors fly and dance around the screen. The Zerglings do get us around on the Hellions, and they do. And the third Hellion actually leaves. So he did manage to kill off a couple of drones there, but it wasn't really worth the cost of the units that he used. So a slight lead for DIMAGA at the moment, and DIMAGA is putting down a spine crawler, and he's getting a lot of queens. DIMAGA really likes his queens, as we've seen in previous games. He's changed his style a little bit, I believe, and we do see three factories. Two factories have completed, a third factory going up. No add-on for these just yet, as both players are nearing that mid-game phase. They will be revealing their strategy very shortly. We do see spine crawlers, maybe expecting additional Hellions from LiquidTLO. LiquidTLO just threw down a couple of mules, and will be grabbing an additional surplus of minerals. And we see a armory going down in the back. Maybe we will be able to see some Thor drops. That would be extremely nice. Or maybe he's just thinking of upgrading. But I'm hoping for the Thor. Thors are awesome to watch. At the moment, some Zerglings being produced, and we do see Hellions coming in, and these 4 Hellions are going to try to harass, but there are 3 Queens and 2 very well-positioned Spine Crawlers, and 1 Queen blocking the ramp. This is exactly what you want to do as Zerg. Deny the ability for those Hellions to run by you, and that Queen is on hold position, but I don't think he's going to go down, and Zerglings are trying to get us around. He's running past the Hellions, and he does get us around, and he kills off 2... almost 3 of the Hellions. Oh, third Hellion does go down, and now he's actually giving chase. He should not be chasing this, I think. But the Hellion will probably go down soon, or maybe take one more shot, and the Hellion does go down. A lot of very, very nice skirmishes going on around the map, and we do see 1 Thor is currently being produced from the factory for LiquidTLO, and this base is not really defended. Oh, but there's only 1 Zergling here. If he snuck in a whole bunch of Zerglings, he would be in a lot of hurt, unless these Hellions came over in time. 1 drone running around, maybe thinking of grabbing another expansion. We will see if he's going to throw down another one at the 4 o'clock-ish position. Bunch of Zerglings running around, and he does throw down additional hatchery, and he's going to work on these rocks and try to get access to the back. We do see a Baling's Nest as well as a Roach Warden going down for DIMAGA inside the base. Ooh, the Baling's Nest is over here, as well as 2 Evolution Chambers and 1 Roach Warden. An additional armory going down for LiquidTLO. Maybe he's thinking of getting a lot of upgrades for those Thors. A Thor and Hellion, very, very good against Roaches and Zerglings, I think, because the Hellions are extremely fast, and if they get the upgrade for those Hellions, we'll be able to roasty toasty those drones, Zerglings, and Roaches. Absolutely no problem. We do see both players are getting a little bit of upgrades. 1-1 upgrades for the Zerg missile attacks, as well as Glio Reconstitution for the Roaches. And the Terran is getting the vehicle, armor, and weapons +1 upgrade each from both the factories. And we might see an engagement with this one Marine trying to scout out if he has gotten an expansion. That 1 Zergling will not be able to deny him. And we do see a barracks floating around. Very, very cute play. Moving across the map, and as DIMAGA does not have too many anti-air defenses, I don't know if those Queens will be able to take down the factory before the factory can reveal what it wants to see. And we do see the Queens are moving into position, and we do see the centrifugal hooks going down for DIMAGA, and this factory is going to try to make it across. Will he be able to do it? Additional doors being produced at the moment, as well as the we do see a sensor tower going down inside the base of LiquidTLO. This barracks is floating inside, and he will be able to. Will he be able to catch this Baling's Nest in the back? Will be a key factor in determining who will know what in this battle, and I think he does. Yes, he does see the Baling's Nest, and these Queens are trying to run back. I think a little mismanagement there. He was doing something else, and those Queens, I think, could have killed off that barracks. It looked like they just stopped attacking for a while. A couple of Thors out for LiquidTLO at the moment. A bunch of Balings being morphed in for DIMAGA. If we take a look at the unit counting station, we see a lot of Roaches, a lot of Queens, and a lot of Zerglings versus a couple of Thors and Hellion. This is the bulk of the forces for TLO, and he's going to move them out slowly across the map. We do see 1 Zergling pushing across to see exactly what's going on, trying to get a hold of the unit composition for LiquidTLO. And this 1 Zergling is checking out if LiquidTLO has gotten that expansion, and very good positioning of the engineering bay, preventing any Zerglings from running in from the side, but that will delay them for a couple of seconds that he really needs. And we see an engagement between the Hellion as well as the Roaches, additional Roaches being produced, as well as siege tech for the siege tanks. And wow, this is a very, very mech heavy build. He sacrifices only barracks to get some information, and we are taking a look at these Thors. Thors are not going down. This 1 Thor very close to death, and will he snipe it? He does snipe that 1 Thor that was very close to that. Will be able to take down a second and third Thor. Wow, reducing quite significantly the forces of LiquidTLO. Very, very nice play there by DIMAGA, and DIMAGA just rallying his troops just outside the sensory tower. Open. Now he's going to go into the siege tanks, and they will melt to siege tank fire. You do not want to engage within these white rings of death. And now, leaving his forces at the sentry. Sensory tower. Yes, sensory tower. Sensor tower. Sensory tower. Command center going up, thinking about grabbing expansion, as well as additional Zerglings and Balings for DIMAGA. I think he wants to try to break this tank line, but I don't think he will be able to do it with that number of forces. We do see that the Terran player LiquidTLO has gone and getting and has gone to get his expansion. And a lot of Zerglings currently being produced, as well as additional upgrades from the armory. I believe it's about 2-2 almost at the moment, 2-2 being researched. And we do see 2-1, the second armor being upgraded at the moment. And we see a lot of Zerglings and Balings running in. They do kill a couple of the tanks, but they don't take off these couple of tanks. And I think LiquidTLO will be able to hold, because the tanks were pretty nicely spread. The parts of the Balings were not able to splash all of the damage onto them. A lot of Zerglings coming in from the side. They might be able to take down... Ooh, this is good, morphing into a Planetary Fortress. Very, very good call there. Planetary Fortress will make it very difficult for your opponent to attack it from the ground, but it's not completely finished morphing. And these mules may be going down. No, they're actually not going down. The Zerglings did not have enough Zerglings over there. And now the tanks are sieging up. We'll be able to get a very firm hold of that second expansion at the 10 o'clock position or the 11 o'clock position. We do see a lot of forces, a lot of roaches being built by the MAGA, and there's one Hellion trying to get an idea of what kind of forces he will be against, and he might be able to get some kills. No, he actually backs off at the moment. 2 barracks going up. I think these barracks, I don't think he's going to build infantry. Maybe he's just going to use them as blocking units. And we do see one factory going down, another factory is going to go down as well. We do see the 3-3 upgrade from the army, very, very quick upgrade from dual army. And, ooh, not 3-3, that is the pre-igniter for the Hellions, and the Hellions are microing very well against the Zerglings and Roaches. Roaches not extremely quick off of creep. He really needs to spread that creep a little bit more, I think. The creep is spread very nicely on the left side, as you can see, and the MAGA will know that LiquidTLO is going to try and come in from the left side, and we're going to see an engagement here, and the forces, Roaches, are trying to come back and combat the Hellions. The Hellions are running away very, very quickly. The Roaches are gaining on them on creep, and the Hellions are still running away, not losing too many Hellions. One Hellion does go down finally, 2 Hellions goes down, and now I think these Hellions will be able to run away unless that path is blocked. But no, it's not blocked actually. Right now, the Zerg's upgrade is at only 1-1, whereas the Terran upgrade is at 2-2. Wow, that is impressive. And I think as the game is approaching the mid or late part of it, we do see 3-3 upgrade almost. Well, almost. This one should probably go up very, very soon, as he's been working very hard to upgrade those units. And we see, wow, a wall of barracks trying to force the Zerg to go only certain paths, limiting the option that he has. Very, very good idea. This will prevent a lot of surround, and I don't think he's going to pump units out of these barracks, but barracks are a great way to block off your opponent, as LiquidTLO has demonstrated here. One Planetary Fortress and another command center going down. A lot of Zerglings being produced and Roaches, but I'm not sure if that's the right composition you want to go against these tanks and Hellions, because Hellions can pretty much kite you around all day, and you do not want to be kited, especially if the creep has not spread that far. And I believe the last creep tumor was ended, but there's one over here, so he could still spread the middle, but the left side has been destroyed, so he can't really spread on the left side. And another base has gone up for the MAGA, about 4 base versus 4 base, but LiquidTLO will be getting the gold expansion, a very important fact, and I think the MAGA is also thinking about getting it at the moment. Massive amounts of upgrades going up right now. 1-1 for the melee and 1-1 for the missile. And we see Hellions coming in with the blue flame. Very, very nice. A scan goes off, and he's going to be able to roast these Zerglings no problem. And the Thors and tanks are moving to position to try to outmaneuver these Roaches, but the Roaches are very, very quick on creep. We do see adrenal glands as well as additional upgrades for the Zerg, but I think it's a little bit too late. But then these doors are going down pretty quickly, but the tanks are within range, and they're